Hello, music lovers. Thanks so much for dropping by the channel. You know, I was thinking there's three Rush songs that sound better live than they do in the studio. And by that, I mean that you don't want to go listen to the studio version because live it sounds so much better. And I thought about three songs off the top of my head. The first one is going to be A Passage to Bangkok, which was on the 2112 album. Now, I like the album version, but when the Exit Stage Left version came out, that to me sounded so much more alive and more fluid, and so I always went to the Exit Stage Left version for A Passage to Bangkok. Number two on my list is going to be By Tor and the Snow Dog from the Fly By Night album. And this song was like their first epic. You know, it was like an 8-minute song. The record company didn't know what the hell to make of it. You know, what's a By Tor and what's a Snow Dog? It was a real complicated song. It had this middle section that was just kind of, to me, it was just kind of dull, uneventful. They were trying to be epic, and I think that they could have shortened this one up. And it's an instrumental for the most part, really. But I think it really came alive when they did it live. For instance, go check out the live version on Exit Stage Left. Not the album, but the live video. It's come out on DVD and Blu-ray, and the live version of it on Exit Stage Left for that tour is just amazing. And I also like this live version on a bootleg from St. Louis 1980. Just so tight. The bass, the drum interplay, and Alex's guitar for that song always sounds like a demon screaming out of hell. I'm going to put all these songs down in a playlist below, so check that out. And the number 3 song, which actually is my number 1 song because it's probably the song that I feel the most strongly that I can't listen to the album version, gotta hear it live, is going to be Closer to the Heart. The song came out on the Farewell to Kings album, and the album version to me just always sounded pretty weak and just not too alive, whereas you start getting into, see, the first time I ever heard Closer to the Heart live that really impressed me was on the Grace Under Pressure live video that came out. I was a fan back in '85 when that came out on VHS. You know, I was all into that shit, and you know, that it was the first time that I was hearing Rush in the current time, because the last live stuff that I had heard was from Exit Stage Left. But with Grace Under Pressure, you know, Neil had the electronic drum kit going, and everything was just sounding really tight, and the live version on there is really good. Also on the Show of Hands live album, great version there. And also on the Different Stages album. They actually made a video for that song, which is really, really cool. It's like a montage of them doing Closer to the Heart over the years, synced up with the live audio from that Different Stages tour. That was just really, really cool. And then, of course, they did a version with Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys. Don't forget about that one. That's a cool version. Now, that's a studio version, but it's much, much better than the album version, I thought. It's just, the album version, for me, doesn't quite cut it. But what do you think? What do you think about these songs? Are there any songs by Rush that you think the live version just blows away the album version where you can't even listen to it? Put it down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hit subscribe, and I will talk to you later.